Hello there. Welcome to another talk. And today's talk is called. A minute. I'll just turn that music down ever so slightly. This talk is called Maybe the Present Moment is Better Than What You're Chasing. And I watch every morning I get up because I'm my mum's registered carer. So I started getting up early, 5 in the morning. I naturally wake up now. And I've watched talks. I don't watch the news. I watch on YouTube people that have went through awakenings, and some of them talk about law of attraction, and they say that it's the state of lack that stops you getting what you want. It puts you in a vibrational frequency so you don't get what you want. Excuse me. So you've kind of got to reprogram yourself. They say to not want and chase. I also watch marriage counsellors sometimes, and they say something similar. When you chase a female, she looks at you as low value, and vice versa if it's a guy. So, if you've got to train yourself to let go of that. But as you let go of this, now I started off my journey from an unexpected spiritual awakening at the age of 24, 10 years ago. I'm 34 now. And basically, I suffer from crazy suicidal depression. Anxious, super anxious, panicky kind of personality. And so this journey was the complete opposite of what I was. I was also a compulsive liar. I wouldn't lie to get people into trouble. I would lie about myself, because I didn't have very good self-image, or very low self-image. And this path changed that. What it done was it calmed me down, because the anxiety went away, because it was showing me that the present moment is the thing to be happy in, because the unhappiness came because I was externalizing everything. So, you might be a person that this happened to you when you were younger or whatever, and you're externalizing it instead of going within. So then once you're going within yourself, for example, I believe this planet isn't a very nice place. It's not. It's basically a prison complex / lunatic asylum. It's not a nice planet at all, not a nice place. But if you're in a horrible place, a prison, it can't get any worse. So the only thing you can do in that situation is to let go and to just kind of enjoy the present moment, because it's a crap place anyway. You know what I mean? You have to do that. People wonder how I'm my mum's registered carer and that I seem happy. It's because the awakening showed me to let go. Because it doesn't matter, who you're with, either, because it's a lunatic asylum. So the only way to be happy in any prison, and this is a prison, is to just be happy in the present moment. If you can be happy with yourself and you can find peace there, then nothing can bother you. And so it's all about training yourself to do that. And also, the present moment is better than what you're chasing, because when you chase, it hurts. Wanting and chasing and needing it puts you in a low vibrational state. And it's because of the way we're programmed. We're programmed to be like this. And so, yeah, just let it go. You know, when I'm doing these talks, the direction that it always goes in, it always goes in the direction of the nothingness. That's where when I'm doing my talks, it might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes into it, and then it's the nothing. Because that has to come before everything. And that is the present moment, really. You know, there's nothing to want. Nothingness has to be the start of everything. Logic would suggest, yeah, at some point you have to have nothing. You know, if you're looking at it from a logical standpoint. And that means the thing you're chasing, there's nothing to want, there's nothing to chase after. It's illusory. You see? I think animals have this as well. I feel like dogs and cats and animals probably have thinking where they might be unhappy. I don't know how we would teach animals that. I don't know. There might be a way. But if everything came from nothing, then everything is nothing. And you can't define what nothingness is, because a definition is your idea, and there's no ideas within nothingness. Any idea of it is something that your mind's made up. And once you start to open up to this, that's really what the present moment is. That's really what presence is. And that's real spirituality there. You've entered into infinity. And that's why the title of this talk is Maybe the Present Moment is Better Than What You're Chasing. And then you become a magnet. You become attractive because, like for example, you know, females contact me on the internet, and I know why. You know, and they think I'm attractive. What they're attracted to is the energy. But the deeper truth is, they don't actually exist. Because if everything came from nothing, then there is no nothing else. There's no me either. You see? There's just silence appearing as loudness. You see? And the present moment, like I say in the awakening I had, that's basically what it was showing me. What noise that was the dog. He was just doing a shake. But yeah, so that was at the very start of the awakening. I was like thinking of nothing. I'd never done it before. I didn't know anything about meditation or anything. But that's now a meditation I developed from the awakening. But I say I, but there is no I. There is no real I, because there is no real anything. So all this stuff I'm talking about is really what I opened up to, or the experience of the I awakened to, or experienced. But even if you don't believe everything came from nothing, What can be if there, what can ever be if there wasn't a nothing? You can't just have existence, because there has to be a point where there's nothing. And if there's nothing, how can there ever be, how, if there's non-existence, how can there ever be existence? It's neither one or the other. There's just presence. And this is more beautiful and attractive than whoever or whatever you're chasing. And that's why you attract them when you're like this. In the dream, you're not really attracting anyone, because there is no them, there is no you. There is nothing. See, when I'm doing these talks, this is always the direction that it's going in, is nothingness. See, whatever idea you have of anything, even nothing, nothingness, it's an idea, came from your mind, which is perceived because of what you were told by reality around you. You take all that away, what have you got? Nothing. Just nothing. Like long periods when you're asleep and there's no dreams. But then when you try to define nothingness as that, that's the mind playing tricks. So it's like this thing where you can't define. And that is the power of the present moment. It's super powerful, super energetic, super alive, yet you can't define it. It's super intelligent. It's super intelligence. And so that's the attractive thing, but it's getting your mind to get into that and to be here. That's the challenging thing. Like for me, like when I first had this awakening, I had awakening because I had enough. There's no I, but you know what I mean, in the experience, in the dream. And I had enough, and it was a moment of authenticity. Never been authentic before, and then the awakening happened. I didn't know what was happening. But basically, I was just present for a moment. Never done it before. And I meant it. Everything I just was going to change, I knew it from that at that moment. Then it did. Basically, it was a dream I was in. I just created another dream. But the dream is a dream. To dream it's a dream is a dream. And there is no dream, again. Like I say, the way I'm doing these talks... See, when I do these talks, I'm not... apart from it's got information on the talk about what I'm talking about, but I'm very free-flowing. You know, that's the way I am as a person. I'm naturally just free and do whatever comes. I don't plan anything. I don't like to make plans too far ahead. I like to be here, in the experience of nowness. You see? Because you don't know what you're going to want to do next. So if you're here, that's why planning things doesn't work. Because the nowness is constantly changing. And when you give into it, it's a very beautiful thing, and this is why you're so attractive. And you become attractive to others when you're in presence. That is the law of abundance right there. And I'm just going to leave it there. For latest updates, talks, news, research, and songs, and much, much more, please do check my website at www.lovelightfamily.com. Thank you.